We are used to houses selling in an hour, in a weekend, in a week. Now it's 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. You want to buy a house right now, but you haven't found one yet. I'm going to tell you exactly what you should be doing to get the best deal right now. What do we know about the current market, and what should you be doing with that information to use it to your advantage? And stay to the end. If you're trying to buy a house right now, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do to get the best deal. Let's get into it. What do we know about the market? We know there's been a lot of inflation. We know that the Fed is raising their rate, which is the interest rate from bank to bank, to curb inflation. And as of this last month, we had a good report that inflation was getting better. So that's good. What the Fed is trying to do is working. Do I think the Fed is going to stop increasing the rate? Not yet. The next meeting is mid-December, which I think the Fed will once again raise the rate, but I think it will be at about a 50 point instead of 75. But what effect does the Fed rate have on us? Well, it's going to affect the mortgage rate. We have seen the mortgage rate dramatically increase from 2.5–3% to 7.9 8%. And that has increased the mortgage payments. That has increased the time on market. That has decreased the values of homes. Here locally in Phoenix, values have dropped from about 10 to 20%. Homes on the market, only about 50% of them sell. The other 50% are staying on the market or being completely pulled away. And we're also seeing seasonality come back into the market. Over the past few years since the pandemic, the market has been so hot that even the seasonality of the wintertime should be slowing down, just never ever happened. But we are seeing it this year. Seems like a great time to buy. What should you do with this information to help yourself? Well, you might find yourself in one of three positions. The first position, you might have already seen the decrease in home values and went out and locked up a house. If that's you, I want you to lock in that rate right now. Because as of last week, we had the largest 1 week drop in interest rates down to 6.5. Do I think that's gonna keep going down? No. I think it's gonna reverse course and keep going up as the Fed raises their rates. So take advantage of that and lock in your rate right now. Now, if you're over here in this position where you want to buy a house, but maybe not for 6 months or 12 months, I think you have to know that interest rates are going to keep increasing. So your monthly payment is going to be even higher than what you think right now. I think you should be putting money in your pocket, saving money, because you need to be able to weather a storm.
I guess that's your theory.
When things get real bad, sometimes you want to be able to sell your house and liquidate. Well, if values are going down and you've only owned it for 6 months or a year, you're not going to have enough equity to help you out of that problem. So you need extra reserves in this current market. Lastly, you might be in the position of you want to buy a house right now, but you haven't found one yet. And this, as I promised, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should be doing to get the best deal right now. The first thing I want you to do is talk to your real estate agent and tell them to send you the homes that have been on the market for 90 days or more. Why? It shows motivation. Remember, half of the homes have not sold. We are used to houses selling in an hour, in a weekend, in a week. Now it's 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Sellers are panicking when things take so long. They are not used to it. So pull that list first, 90 days plus. Secondly, out of that list, pull the houses that have just done a price reduction more than $10,000. If it's less, they're just probably trying to reduce it a little bit so it looks like they've done a reduction. If it's more than 10,000, they're serious. Bigger the better. The last thing I want you to do is double check on what the max value that the house reached before this correction and what they're asking for now, and I want to see at least a 10% difference. Remember, houses here have dropped 10 to 20%, most probably in the 10 to 15% range. I want to make sure that you get the full 10% discount, that they're motivated by dropping their price, that they're motivated because the house has been on the market for 90 plus days. If you've done all of that, you are ready to come in with your offer. Now, you're not going to come in with a ridiculously low ball offer. You're just going to be wasting your time. What you're gonna go in is with a reasonable, slightly lower offer. 10,000, 15, maybe 20,000. Something where they can reasonably say, that's not too far away, and they're gonna wanna take it. And you're gonna motivate them by timeline. Remember, being on the market is what's causing them anxiety. We wanna take that away from them and solve their problem. So the faster that you can close, the better. as motivation. And that will help you get the best price right now and lock in the discount we have on real estate. Now remember, you never know where the exact bottom is. Right now, there's been a 10 to 20% price drop or discount on these homes that you could capitalize on and lock in. You can wait longer and it still might work out, but you also could miss the boat completely and prices could start adjusting and going up. If they switch the rate and it changes, things could change very quickly. And it takes time to get pre-qualified, find your house, go under contract, and close. So keep that timeline in mind. But yes, I think it's a great time to buy a house right now, especially with the plan to refinance later. So I come out with new videos every Thursday. Don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the bell, click the button. Come on, click the next one, and I'll see you in there.